Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to At-tibyan channel. My name is Kaothar, and today we are going to be giving a very brief lecture on modesty. Modesty in behavior and dressing, balancing inner and outer conduct. That's the full topic. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We give thanks to Almighty Allah, the creator of all that is in existence. I'm going to begin my lecture by defining modesty in a general term. Modesty is generally understood to be the quality of being unassuming in the estimation of one's ability. In more simple terms, it means relatively being moderate. But in Islam, it is called al-hayal. I will say it has a broader concept in Islam because it's a fundamental value that every true believer has to possess for his or her faith to be whole, to be formed whole. It's not just about how we dress. It's about how we think, how we behave, and how we interact with people around us in our daily lives. It's Prophet Muhammad SAW told us in Hadith 9, Sahih Bukhari. He said, "Innal hayal shubatu minal iman." Modesty is a branch of faith. This is simply telling us that as a true believer, if modesty is not one of your values, one of your fundamentals, your faith is not whole yet. So as a true believer, you need to have modesty as one of your values for your faith to be wholly formed. So breaking it down, modesty in dressing is simply telling us to dress appropriately, to wear clothing that are not revealing, clothing that adheres to the hijab principles for both men and women, because men are also advised to dress properly. It's not just about women. And Allah advises us in the Quran that He has bestowed upon us clothing that conceals our private parts and as an adornment. But the clothing of righteousness, that is best. That is in Surah Al-Haraf, verse 26. So men and women are advised to dress properly. He addressed all of us. Now, clothing, modesty in behavior. Modesty in behavior is talking about our inner self. Like we all know that every action stems from within, so also is modesty. It starts from within. It defines our actions. When you make an inner commitment to purity, to have good intentions, to be sincere, you definitely make sure that it is emphasized in your behavior, how you act, speaking kindly, acting with humility. Everything helps us foster a good relationship amongst people around us. We speak to people in respectful manners. We interact with people around us. It helps us maintain and manage our humility and inner decency. So a moderate heart begins from within. A moderate heart exudes good speaking ability, the way you interact with people around you, and also the Prophet Muhammad SAW reminded us that Inna Allah la yanzur ila suwarikum wa amwalikum walakinna yanzur ila kulubikum wa amalikum. Allah does not look at your appearance and your wealth. He looks at your heart and your deeds. This gives us a sense of consciousness of Allah, a sense of shyness before Allah, knowing that Allah is always present and always watching. He is always He is always observing. So if you have a good heart, your deeds are going to be in conformity with your good heart. Now, balancing both your inner conduct and your outer conduct, it simply tells us that if you make an inner commitment to have pure intentions, to speak kindly, to genuinely want to please Allah, you will definitely conform it to your outward appearance, to modesty, your modesty in appearance, the way you speak, the way you interact with people, and all of that. So that helps us foster good Islamic values in every aspect of our lives. That is balancing our inner and outer conduct. In conclusion, I'm going to be giving us few tips to help us develop our modesty. Number 1, to strengthen our connection with Allah through prayer and supplication. Number 2, to understand the purpose of modesty as an act of obedience to Allah. To understand the purpose of why we wear what we wear, why we dress in a certain way, and not as a societal validation or societal pressure. To train our heart and our tongue in ways that we avoid envy, arrogance, insincerity, ill talks and gossips and all of that, to adopt modest fashion, modest clothing that adheres to Islamic principles of decency, and to study the lives of our prophet and his companions, because those are the people who have embodied modesty the best. Prophet Muhammad SAW also reminded us in Sahih Bukhari. He said, Inna li'ayaw la yati illa bi khair. Modesty does not give anything but goodness. Hence, we should strive to embody modesty both inwardly and outwardly. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala count us among those who are going to be modest in their hearts, their interactions and their behavior. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.